Welcome back to the Ancestral Findings podcast. The Chinese community has played a significant role in shaping the culture and history of the Philippines. For many Filipinos, Chinese ancestry is an important part of their heritage, reflecting centuries of immigration, trade, and integration. Tracing Filipino Chinese ancestry offers a journey into the past, revealing stories of resilience, adaptation, and cultural blending. Chinese immigration to the Philippines began long before the Spanish colonization, as traders from China arrived to exchange goods such as silk, porcelain, and spices. Many of these traders eventually settled in the Philippines, particularly in bustling trade hubs like Manila, Cebu, and Iloilo. Over time, the Chinese who settled in the Philippines married locals, and their descendants formed the foundation of the Chinese Filipino or Pinoy community. During the Spanish colonial period, Chinese immigrants, known as Sangli, played a crucial role in the economy, engaging in trade, agriculture, and craftsmanship. Despite facing restrictions and periodic expulsions by the colonial government, the Chinese community persisted and contributed significantly to the growth and development of the Philippines. For genealogists, tracing Chinese roots in the Philippines involves exploring this complex history. Key records, such as immigration documents, naturalization papers, and marriage records, can provide valuable insights into your Chinese ancestry. Additionally, understanding the cultural context of the Chinese community in the Philippines, including traditions, language, and social structures, can enhance your genealogical research. Researching Filipino Chinese ancestry involves navigating various records, some of which may differ from those typically used in Filipino genealogy. The following are essential resources for uncovering your Chinese heritage. One of the most distinctive aspects of Chinese ancestry is the use of Chinese surnames. Many Chinese Filipino families have preserved their original Chinese surnames, which can often be traced back to specific regions in China. Understanding the origin and meaning of your Chinese surname can provide a starting point for further research. Clan associations. In the Philippines, many Chinese Filipino families are associated with clan organizations that maintain records of family lineages. These associations often have detailed genealogies and historical records that can help trace your surname back to its roots in China. Chinese surname books. There are published books and databases that focus on the history and distribution of Chinese surnames. These resources can help you trace the origins of your surname and understand its significance. Chinese immigrants to the Philippines were often required to register with colonial authorities, particularly during the Spanish and American periods. These records can include information about an individual's place of origin, occupation, and family members. Where to find immigration and naturalization records. National Archives of the Philippines, NAP. The NAP holds records of Chinese immigrants, including registration documents, naturalization papers, and residency permits. These records can be accessed in person or through research requests. Chinese Immigration Collection, Philippine Chinese Charitable Association. This collection includes documents related to the immigration and settlement of Chinese in the Philippines. It is a valuable resource for tracing the history of Chinese families in the country. Intermarriage between Chinese immigrants and local Filipinos was common, and marriage records can provide crucial information about family connections and heritage. These records are often found in church archives, particularly in parishes with significant Chinese Filipino populations. Diocesan archives. Church records, including marriage registers, are held in diocesan archives throughout the Philippines. These records often include details about the bride and groom's families, which can help connect different branches of your family tree. Local civil registries. After the American period, marriage records were also kept in local civil registries. These documents are valuable for confirming family relationships and tracing the lineage of Chinese Filipino families. Understanding the cultural aspects of Chinese Filipino heritage can provide context for your genealogical research. The Chinese community in the Philippines has a rich cultural heritage, including language, customs, and traditions that have been preserved through generations. While many Chinese Filipinos speak Filipino and English, Older generations may still use Chinese dialects, such as Hokkien or Cantonese. These dialects can be a key to unlocking family histories, especially when examining older records or oral histories. Chinese Filipino families often observe traditional Chinese customs, such as the celebration of the Lunar New Year, ancestor worship, and specific funeral rites. These practices are more than cultural expressions, they are also opportunities to connect with ancestral traditions and deepen your understanding of your heritage. Chinese Filipino society has historically been organized around tight-knit communities and clan associations. These organizations often serve as repositories of family history and can be instrumental in tracing your lineage. Connecting with Chinese Filipino cultural organizations, Chinatown Archives. In cities like Manila, Cebu, and Davao, Chinatown areas often have historical archives and community organizations dedicated to preserving the history of Chinese Filipinos. Cultural and historical societies, these societies can offer access to resources and expertise in Chinese Filipino genealogy, helping you navigate the complexities of tracing your ancestry. Genealogists may face several challenges when researching Chinese ancestry in the Philippines, from language barriers to incomplete records. However, with the right strategies and resources, these challenges can be overcome. Older records may be written in Chinese characters, which can be challenging if you're not familiar with the language. In these cases, working with a translator or seeking help from community organizations that offer language support can be invaluable. Over time, some records may have been lost, damaged, or scattered. If you encounter gaps in your research, try to fill them by consulting alternative sources such as oral histories, clan association records, or overseas archives in China. Chinese Filipino families can have complex family trees due to intermarriage, multiple generations, and extended family networks. To manage this complexity, consider using genealogy software to map out relationships and track your findings systematically. Tracing Filipino-Chinese ancestry is a journey into a rich and diverse heritage that has contributed significantly to the Philippines' history and culture. By exploring key records, understanding cultural contexts, and connecting with community resources, genealogists can uncover the stories of their Chinese ancestors and celebrate the unique blend of traditions that define the Chinese Filipino identity. Whether you are just beginning your genealogical journey or have been researching for years, the process of discovering your Chinese roots offers an opportunity to connect with your past and gain a deeper appreciation for the legacy passed down through generations. As you explore this vibrant heritage, each discovery brings you closer to understanding the full story of your family and the contributions of the Chinese community to Filipino history. If you would like to learn more, here are a few resources. Chinese and Chinese Mestizos of Manila. Family, Identity, and Culture, 1860s to 1930s, by Richard T. Chu. This book delves into the history and identity formation of Chinese mestizos in Manila, providing an in-depth look at how Chinese immigrants and their descendants navigated their identities and social status during the Spanish and American colonial periods. Chinese traders in a Philippine town, from daily competition to urban transformation, by Norbert Danheiser. This book offers a fascinating case study of Chinese traders in a small Philippine town, examining how their businesses and social interactions influenced the local economy and culture. My Angkong's Noodles, a Chinese Filipino cookbook. While primarily a cookbook, this title also touches on the cultural fusion that defines the Chinese Filipino community, offering insights into the culinary traditions that have been passed down through generations. Thank you for joining me today on the Ancestral Findings podcast. Genealogy is such a thrilling journey, and I'm so glad we get to explore it together. If you're as excited about family history as I am, make sure to visit ancestralfindings.com. There, you can download a free genealogy ebook to help with your research, request a free lookup from our extensive databases, and enter to win the next book giveaway. You never know what new resource might unlock a hidden piece of your family puzzle. We've been on this incredible journey together for 29 years, and I'm honored to have you along for the ride. Whether you're just getting started or deep into uncovering your roots, remember, genealogy is more than names and dates. It's about understanding the lives that shaped who we are today. Thanks for being a part of this amazing community. And until next time, keep discovering, keep connecting, and most importantly, happy searching.